One of the oldest and most neglected plot holes in the Dexter franchise was brought back to life in Dexter Resurrection when Harrison Morgan made the decision to attend college in order to become a police officer. A few Dexter narrative holes have already been filled in Dexter Resurrection's first season. For instance, Resurrection ultimately resolved the M99/ketamine controversy, but also worsened one criticism. Harrison made the decision to attend Collings College of Criminology in order to pursue his dream of becoming a police officer in Dexter Resurrection Episode 7. Although it was a significant milestone for Harrison and a time of great bonding with Dexter, there were some problems. The largest is a logistical nightmare. Despite Harrison's seeming lack of funds, Dexter will need to assist him with his tuition. Dexter's financial plot hole is made worse by Harrison's decision to attend college. Dexter's money plot hole has gotten worse since Harrison decided to attend college. How Dexter manages to pay for his dual life as a murderer and, finally, a single parent has always been a mystery. His regular costs and all of his murderous equipment, including his boat and the related docking and maintenance fees, should not have been covered by his forensic technician salary. Some of the reasons for Dexter's extravagant lifestyle on such a limited budget were questionable. For instance, Harry might have left Dexter a fictitious bequest after his passing. In Dexter Season 1, Dexter also inherited Joe Driscoll's house, which would have brought in a good sum of money if it had been sold. However, those justifications are no longer valid given that Dexter ended 10 years ago. During his stay in Iron Lake, Dexter earned nothing. He was a sales representative in a tiny town, and at the end of New Blood, his house burned down, so he didn't make any money. Given that Dexter Morgan was assumed dead, any nest egg he could have received from Harry or Joe Driscoll was also most likely spent while he was living as Jim Lindsay, assuming he could even access his previous finances at all. In Resurrection, he hasn't earned much either. Dexter has only been working a freelance job as an UR car driver since New Blood, and it doesn't pay well. In addition, he is paying rent in New York, and he will soon stop receiving money from Leon Prater. Dexter obviously has no money, but Harrison now needs to pay for his tuition. Harrison, who works as a bellhop, is unable to pay for it himself, but neither is Dexter. The only reason Dexter has this issue is since it should never have become entangled with the details of Dexter's financial life. Watching Dexter do all of these things and not caring how he pays for them is more entertaining. However, Resurrection will no longer be able to escape it. Harrison's inability to pay for college was already brought up when he viewed the NYU leaflet, and it cannot be ignored anymore. In Resurrection, would Leon Prater be able to help Dexter with his financial issues at last? But there might be a solution to Dexter's financial problems right in front of his eyes. As was already mentioned, Dexter has been receiving an undisclosed but ostensibly substantial sum of money from Leon Prater. Once Dexter murders Rapunzel, the final serial killer of Resurrection, those payments are most likely to stop, but what if they don't? I know it's unlikely, but please be patient with me. Prater will most likely discover that Dexter is actually the Bay Harbor butcher and not the dark passenger after he kills Rapunzel. Prater might offer to keep paying Dexter merely to pick his brain, and he would be thrilled to talk to and be friends with the second most prolific serial murderer in the world, after the Trinity murderer. As long as Prater doesn't turn out to be the New York Ripper, Dexter also has no motive to kill him. Although Prater isn't a good man, he doesn't fit the code of Harry and hasn't killed anyone. Dexter's financial issues would be resolved immediately if Prater kept paying him after Resurrection Season 1. Although it is unrealistic, it is also the exact type of easy and extremely fortunate conclusion that Dexter, Resurrection's showrunner, Clyde Phillips, frequently uses. Resurrection will need to come up with another explanation for Dexter's financial situation if Prater doesn't wind up financially supporting him, which now looks far more possible. In the earlier series, it was simple to ignore the boat and Dexter's pay, but now he has a far worse paying job with considerably more responsibilities. Dexter's financial issues ought to be resolved at last by Resurrection.